Hello everyone. In this video, I'm gonna review about Shades of Magic graphic novels written by V. Schwab and illustrated by Andrea Olimpieri, and then rant about them. I probably pronounced the second name of the artist wrong. I'm sorry because I don't really know how to pronounce it. Actually, apart from Andrea, there are few others who have worked on graphics in these novels, and I will leave their names in the description below. This series of graphic novels is kind of a prequel to the Darker Shades of Magic trilogy. So, if you have not read that series, it would be difficult to understand the world and the magic system here. I will leave the link to my review videos on the Darker Shades of Magic trilogy in the description below. These stories are about Prince Rai and Prince Kel's father, King Maxim Marish, when he was younger and a prince himself. There are three graphic novels in the series so far: The Steel Prince, Knight of Knives, and The Rebel Army. Each of these books were originally released in four issues, like The Steel Prince 1, 2, 3, and 4. Altogether, they are available as three different novels now. I would suggest to read this series in order because in the first book, the place of the plot and the characters are introduced, and the remaining books will follow the story from there. So I will start with the stories first, and then I will give my collective opinion on the stories and books in detail. In the first book, The Steel Prince, Prince Maxim Maresh is sent to Veros, a city full of thugs, thieves, rogues, and their atrocities. Basically, where there is no order. Here, he learns the way of their lives and tries to fight a pirate queen who attacks the city. In the second book, Knight of Knives, Maxim tries to create order in the city, but people won't obey or follow him. In order to gain their respect, he tries to go through a trial called Night of Knives, which is a series of challenges created by an Antari magician. The thing is, no one has survived the trial before. In the third book, The Rebel Army, a group of people skilled in magic try to overthrow King Maresh's rule by destroying city after city. When they come to Veros, Maxim and the people of Veros fight against the rebel army. So that is the gist of the graphic novels, and now comes my ranting. If you are wondering why I would even go through all this and rant about these graphic novels, I have two main reasons. One, I was very much disappointed. Two, well, watch till the end to find my most valuable second reason. Assuming that you have read the Darker Shades of Magic trilogy, I am diving right into the details. The plot takes place after the fall of Black London, so we don't get to see anything about the four Londons. There is a two-page introduction about the four Londons in about some 10 sentences, which was definitely not what I was expecting. Here we get to see a young Maxim who was daring and impulsive and not so great fighter. All three short stories were about his accomplishments when he was younger. Actually, accomplishments is a wrong word, mostly like his experiences and involvement. All the three books are exactly 112 pages long, and in that 112 pages, the story goes for about 90 or so pages. I have read other graphic novels before, and I know that 90 pages with this book size can hold a lot of story. But that's not how it was. The graphics held most of the pages, and there were hardly 6 to 7 dialogues in a page. The stories were what happened in the span of 2 to 3 days, so there wasn't much really going on, and each of these books could be read in less than half an hour. I know it is not easy to write comics, but I think the problem here was converting Schwab's writing into comics. In that process, the story got too diluted and relied heavily on graphics. In many places, like fight scenes, the graphics were kind of confusing. And the major shocking factor for me was I did not know that one character was female until they were addressed as such. With short hair and not so feminine physique, I really thought the person to be a guy. I mean, I read the character description, which was given in the first few pages, but I just forgot. And that was corrected in the second and third books. There was a major change in face and physique. So, but wait. I think it's my fault that I misunderstood and expected these books to be like comics. Actually, they are graphic novels. So maybe this is how any graphic novel would be with graphics and a story. I'm not so sure because I have not read these kind of graphic novels before. One other major issue was I found spelling mistakes in these books. Even if it is only two or three, the entire word count will be far lesser than what I have spoken so far in this video. And imagine spelling mistakes in that. Finally, I will give a glimpse of what these books contain. Here are the contents of the first book. See for yourself. So, like you can see, the sixth point, or the pages 6 to 7, have introduction to four Londons. These two pages are consistent in all the three books. Basically, there are three title pages and nine cover pages. Like I said at the start of the video, each of these books were four issues combined. So all those four issues had a cover, front cover and a back cover, and those covers are included in each of these books. Hence the number of covers. So to summarize, these books were full of graphics with content lesser than any average epilogue. I spent more or less an hour to finish these three books. With the amount of money I spent on these books, I would have easily bought a minimum of six paperback books that are on my TBR. There, that is my second and major reason behind this rant video. I would rate these books a 2.5 out of 5 each. Thank you all for watching this video. If you like this review, hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Keep reading books. Until the next review, this is Darshini signing off.